Hey guys, so today I want to show you a little peek behind the curtain into the production wheelhouse of all the gear that I use when I film. Especially with us doing Vita, I thought it'd be a great chance for me to change some of the gear that I'm using, and before I do that, I have to actually get rid of some gear. So let me show you. Now, I don't shoot with just one camera. A good filmmaker knows how to use all the different tools at their disposal. So I shoot with several different things. Now here's my main production camera. This is the Panasonic Lumix GH5, shoots 4K and 60 frames per second. I mainly tend to shoot it in 1080 just because it's a bitch editing in 4K. And I use a variety of lenses with this camera. I use this camera for my reactions, my short films, and for photo shoots. I don't carry this around often and I don't use it for vlogging purposes because, well, it's clunky compared to what else I got. Which brings me to the Sony RX100 Mark V. This is a great 4K vlogging camera. Has a flip screen that you can actually see yourself when you're recording. I don't use this quite often either because, unfortunately, as great a camera as it is, for its price, it has a very terrible battery life. Now, I tend to use it in the production studio when I do podcasts, and it has a permanent battery life, but when it's out in the field, it's kind of hard to rely on. And then there's my cell phone, the iPhone 7s Plus, 128 gigs, rose gold. Now, this was my old phone before I upgraded to the iPhone X, which I'm filming on right now. Now, there was nothing particularly wrong with this phone except that it was getting old and the battery was draining rather quickly throughout the day, and so I upgraded to the X for a better battery life. However, instead of trading this in for credit at the phone store, I actually kept it. You see, Apple designs great phones with great cameras. And the front-facing camera and the back-facing camera are both 1080p, and the back-facing camera can go up to 4K, which is fantastic if you think about it. In this small little bite-sized pocket, has way more battery life than the Sony RX, and it has no time limit recording. Most HD cameras have a limit recording of 30 minutes. However, the iPhone will keep recording until its memory is full. So I've been using this as a great production tool. It's been a secondary vlogging camera. I've been using it as a remote for my Lumix GH5. Because my GH5 is all the way across the room when I film my reactions, I can't actually control it, press record. I would have to get up every single time. So I use this as a remote through an app. I can both focus on myself and press record. Now, you might ask, can't you just do that with your current iPhone X? I can. However, it's a little bit tedious because I also use my iPhone, and I did this before when this was the only phone I had. I also use my iPhone as a microphone. You see, I could use a condenser mic, which gets a little bit complicated. I could use a shotgun Rode mic, but the iPhone mic is actually a very spectacular tool to use. And iPhones have a great feature which is called audio isolation, because if you think about it, when you receive a phone call, even if you're in a noisy environment, your phone makes it so that only your voice is clear for the other person hearing you. So if you think about it, an iPhone's mic is actually a great microphone tool. So this phone that you're paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for actually comes with a great mic, if you think. And so I use my phone as a mic, which is an app I have to use. And then to also use another app to switch between recording the camera video, it just gets really complicated, which is why I had two phones running for the past month. However, it's time to change. With Vita, I wanted to push myself creatively and artistically, which means I don't want to vlog with an iPhone anymore. I don't want to vlog with just the Sony RX100. I'll probably use this again in the future, but I want to vlog with this. All the greats use a big mirrorless or a DSLR to vlog. However, if you want to vlog, you need a wide lens. This is not a wide lens. This is a 25mm on a crop factor, which makes this a 50mm lens, which means I have to put this all the way across the room to even get all of me in the shot. However, if I get a wide lens, I could just hold it up to here and it'll still get all of me in the shot. However, a wide lens costs a lot of money, and right now I'm strapped for cash. And I'm not going to be having any money coming in until next month, and Vita's going to be over. And so I wanted to push myself creatively, and it's gonna put some restrictions on me by getting rid of this phone because it's been such a great production tool. But that's the challenge of Vita, that's the challenge of vlogging, and that's what I want to do for myself. I want to elevate the creativity and the artistic look of my vlogs. I don't want this to just be another vlog like every other vlogging channel. And so, we're selling this thing. But once I sell this thing, I should be able to afford the lens that I need and the adapter that I need for my camera. So I got two things. I got this 10 to 18 millimeter lens, which gives me a much more of a wide perspective. However, this is a Canon lens, which means it doesn't fit on a Panasonic body, which means you need an adapter. The adapter is almost as expensive as the lens. This thing is pure metal, and this is way heavier than the actual lens. The lens is plastic except for the actual glass. All right, let's try it out. Okay, so we get a much wider field of view when I have it on a tripod. This is actually pretty strenuous. I don't know how Casey Neistat does it, but wow, I like this look. The quality is a lot better. I mean, comparing the footage just now to the iPhone, same lighting, same everything, to the camera here, it is much cleaner. It's gonna be less grainier. I mean, the footage overall is just gonna look way, way better. I think there are some auto-focusing issues, but I'll get that figured out and squared away. But it looks like this is going to be my vlogging setup for the foreseeable future, but thanks for tuning in. I know this was a rather boring vlog, not as interesting as my other ones, but I wanted to give you a sort of technical behind-the-scenes look at what goes on here at Forma Therapy and sort of when I'm going through new gear. But yeah, that's what I did today. What did you guys do? I hope you did something creative. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.